welcome to episode 86, so close to 100 of the FOMOcast. I'm Chris. I'm here at Titus.
Hey.
We're recording this before I go on my next trip out of town.
Where are you going?
We're going back to Minnesota for training.
You're always going to Minnesota.
I know, that's where the home base is. So won't be here next week, but we got a lot of stuff for you. Got our YouTube stuff. I was actually on the show Radio Underland last night, so some of the stuff might sound a little bit familiar. We're going to go a little more in depth. I'm going to spring everything on Titus today, because I think that's more fun to get Titus's reaction.
That's how I like it.
So make sure to go to all of our social media platforms, facebook.com/FOMOcast, Twitter, FOMO_cast, and FOMO podcast on Instagram. And also make sure to go to our Patreon, patreon.com/FOMOcast, and go to Podbros Network, podbros.com. Check out all the wonderful podcasts there. And like I said, also check out Radio Underland. Anywhere you can get podcasts, anywhere you can get YouTube as well. They post their videos on this, so just search Radio Underland. Hello, YouTube. Thank you, everyone, for viewing. God, I think we have 5 subscribers now, and we're up to
5 subscribers?
Yeah.
So when this video uploads, they get a
little notification, and then think we're
How many people are in Tim's family?
Hello, Timothy Keitana Mendoza. Congratulations to him as well. He's expecting a baby. So congratulations
The
to
first
Timothy.
one?
First kid. So he'll have a kid just like I do who turns 1.
I found out a girl I was with had a miscarriage.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that. Jesus. But yeah, congratulations, Tim. I can't wait to meet your bundle of joy whenever that happens.
Is it a boy or a girl Tim's having?
I don't know. I haven't figured any of that out. I just know he told us, and they made it Facebook official a couple weeks ago. So I was like, okay, it's Facebook official, so I can talk about it.
What's he want, a boy or a girl?
I don't know, honestly. I'll ask him and see.
Why doesn't Tim ever come on?
Cause he lives in Tulare.
Can't you just helicopter up here? Or what?
I know he's like, you can be like Tim Brown, not Tim Brown, Antonio Brown. You see what he did?
What did he do? I know about his helmet.
He came into practice like in a hot air balloon or something like that. Yeah, his feet's all jacked up from going to France or something like that.
I thought it was because of the cryotherapy. He had frostbite or something on his feet.
He did it in France.
No.
Yeah, just peeling the bottom of his feet off. It's gross.
Don't ever go to France. It's dirty over there.
Make sure you go to Podbros, and also thank you, like I said, to YouTube. We love you. It's really fun seeing the videos on there. We're getting more. I'm getting a little bit better at my editing. You haven't seen the videos I've edited yet.
No, I've never listened to a podcast or watched a video.
So I'll show you afterwards.
I'm not going to watch it.
So let's start. So have you heard anything about what Nike has decided to do?
No. What Nike do?
So they came up with this thing. For kids 2 to 10, they're going to have a monthly payment system where for a certain dollar amount a month, you get so many pairs of shoes a year.
Okay.
Between 2 and 10.
Okay.
So for $20, you get 4 pairs of shoes a year. $20 a month, 4 pairs of shoes a year.
That's not bad.
I heard there's like 200 different options, but when you look at it, here's my problem a little bit with it. Wait, hold on. So then I'll go over all the prices. So right. $20 a month gets you 4 pairs a year. $30 a month gets you 6 pairs a year, and $50 a month gets you a pair every month. So 12 pairs a year.
That's a pretty good deal.
That one seems like it's a little bit better of a deal, but here's my problem. So my kid's gonna be 1.
Yeah.
The Nikes for him are like $30, $40.
Why are your son wearing shoes?
Well, you're supposed to wear it so it helps to help him walk. It's supposed to. I didn't know this, but when they wear shoes, it helps them walk, I guess.
Really?
Yeah. We got these. They're Stride Ride, I think they're called, and apparently they're supposed to help your kids walk better. He does. When he wears the shoes, he's taking better steps when you walk with them.
Okay.
So it is logical, but these are for 2 to 10. 2 to 10. So let's say in reality, 2 years old. You know, my theory is, like I told the people on Radio Underland, I think they're working at some sort of adult program. They're looking to see what people are really going to pay for kids. If they get an outrageous amount of people to do it, they're going to probably do some sort of subscription service for Jordans.
Would you pay $60 a month for shoes? You get 1.
For me, for myself, hands down, Nikes. Yeah. If they had a pair of shoes I liked, and I could get because I'm that kind of person. If I could afford it, I have a pair of Asics. I love them. They're super comfortable. And I don't know if you've ever had an Asics or anyone on YouTube had the Asics.
New Balance.
What they do is Asics actually, you can tell them, hey, look, I predominantly walk on the outside of my foot here, or I walk on this side.
And they'll fix it.
And the soles of certain ones, they have different like numbers and lettering that will correct your gait. So when you're running, it helps your feet not. It helps your shoes not wear all messed up,
right?
And it also helps you, not hurt your feet.
Wow.
So I wish I had like 4 different pairs of those in different colors. But basically, by the time you realize you love them, their shoes are gone. If I had the opportunity to get a pair of Nikes I love and get like, let's say I get 4 pairs of different colors, and then I switch up a different one and get 4 pairs of those, yeah, I would do it. But I think what they're gonna do is it's gonna be something like $200, a quarter, and you'll be able to get like a custom pair of Jordans, like only the subscribers get, $200. I think that's what they're gonna do, because basically they'll make the cheapest Jordan they can find, do something different to it.
So you get to pick the shoe.
Yeah, I think the kid one is 2 to 10. It's like there's like 200 different shoes you have to pick them.
Whatever.
You can pick them. It's from a list. It's certain ones. So I mean, I don't know how you pick the frequency. Like I don't know if it's, since you do $20, it's like okay, it's every quarter. So when you sign up, you get your first pair, then 3 months from then, and 3 months from then. And look, I don't know what age, because I guess all kids are different. I'm assuming at a certain age, the kids, when they have their growth spurts, if it's between 2 and 10, that's great, because then you're going to get a new pair of shoes. Hey, up a size. He's up a size. Now you're not worrying about it. Also, I have the problem is, we've had so many hand-me-down shoes given to us. You know what I mean? Why? We don't need to buy them shoes. There's some boots right there that a cousin of mine got from Tractor Supply. Their kid never got the chance to wear them because they never went anywhere with mud, and he outgrew them, and they had to buy him new ones. So those ones had never been worn. So I got John Deere little booties for my kid. He'll go into in 3 years. So we have a lot of that. Like my wife found like 4 pairs of shoes that he hasn't been able to wear because they're too big. He's too big for them now. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. Let us know. Facebook.com to FOMOcast, Twitter FOMO_cast, FOMO podcast, and also let us know on YouTube. YouTube.com/FOMOcast podcast. I hate that, but I don't know why it made me do that. But FOMOcast podcast on YouTube. If you're watching already, let us know in the comments. Would you pay that? How much would you be willing to pay for an adult service like that? Because they already have T-shirt clubs.
Yeah, that's true.
Like they have the dive bar club. They have one that's like the nerdy one where they usually do the geek, like a bunch of the stuff I got here. They do one now just for shirts. They have one, like they have the bespoke, that if I had a job where I dressed up nice, I would get bespoke in a heartbeat.
What's that?
Basically, it's like they'll do like a socks and tie set. Like you can pick what kind of stuff you want. If you drink a lot, they have like a drinking set where it's like a martini thingy, whatever. But there's a lot of different services. So, so now let's go on to some, it's not funny, but it got kind of funnier today. So have you heard what Jason Momoa is doing?
No. He's still around?
So there's a hold on Aquaman 2. He's not going to any more Comic-Cons because he's protesting the building of this. There's a telescope they're building in Hawaii.
Right.
And he is, I believe he's part, or he's a lot. He supports the natives there.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to build this thing. It's like, they said it's like 10 times bigger than they said it was going to be.
Right.
They want to build it on sacred land. So they're protesting it right now. So we talked about it last night on Radio Underland, for those of you that came from there. My theory is he's refusing to do Aquaman 2 is because he knows that Warner Brothers is going to pitch money in or something to get this thing resolved.
So he's trying to extort more money out of it?
No, I think he's trying to get them to help. Because, help the people pick a different place, put a telescope. I don't know.
Where are they putting the telescope? What island is it?
I don't know what island, but I know that they're more mad because it is sacred land. I guess the original plan would have put it where it wouldn't be, it would have been kind of a different area or something. It wouldn't have caused as many issues. On the lighter side today, they posted a video of him getting arrested. I'm doing quotation marks for those of you listening. And it was just, the cops were super friendly and they pretended to arrest him. And here's the thing, you could tell one of them looked like he was possibly native. And it's probably one of those things where they're just doing their job. So I have a feeling a lot of people on the island are not happy with what's going on. It's called the 30-meter telescope, I think is what it's called. So I think it's one of those big, huge ones. It's not like the one at Stan State, which is a decent one. It's like a massive telescope.
Have you ever been to Hawaii?
No, I want to go. You want to go with me?
I mean, yeah.
We might be going next year, honestly.
What island,
I don't know. I'm willing to go wherever. Someone told me, here's the thing, if you want to go and relax, go where the tourists aren't.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go and have a lot of fun, you need to go where the tourists are, which the service is going to be worse because they hate tourists in most of those places. But one thing you need to do is before you go, if you do go without me, make sure you research the hotels because there's a website that tells you every hotel room at hotels that have bed bugs in Hawaii.
So when I went, I have a friend that has a place over there on the Big Island.
Okay.
So we got that. And then I've been to Maui at the Four Seasons, and that was legit.
Okay. Yeah, I think, where's Kona Brewing Company at?
That's on the Big Island.
Okay, that's where my sister went, and my dad went with them too.
Yeah.
They went out there and they golfed and stuff.
There's the exhibitory up there.
Yes.
I went up there, and you can watch the sunset go above the clouds. You're above the clouds.
Where do they have the old radar tower? That's like they used to be able to walk up to it, but now it's closed off.
I have no idea.
You ever heard about that one?
Is that by Pearl Harbor?
Pearl Harbor, yeah.
That's like is that Honolulu?
Okay, well, so what they do is it's like a dirt trail, and then you get to like this metal platform up there. It's closed now because it's kind of deteriorated. But hopefully we can go. We'll make a plan to do that. But I do think Jason Momoa does have. I mean, he has a plan behind it. He's not just. I mean, he's doing it for the goodness of his heart. But the thing about not going to Comic-Cons, legitimately, the picture he took today was just like those photos he takes at Comic-Cons where he's sitting there and pushing the guys away and making a face. So I think he's trying to, because The Rock got in on it now. The Rock was on Conan O'Brien or Jimmy Fallon, I think, and he talked about, hey, this is what's going on with the telescope.
Who's building the telescope?
I have
is it
no
the
idea.
University of Hawaii?
No. I think it's like a scientific group is who's doing it. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll do some nerdy stuff that you won't care about. So Call of Duty, the video game Call of Duty.
Right.
They have announced that they're going to be a Call of Duty every year until 2022.
Call of Duty Civil War.
That's like an old one.
Is that a legit one, though?
Oh, no, it's not Civil War. No, World at War. No. I think they could do it. I think the problem with that one, though, is that they kind of did it with Red Dead Redemption.
Is that what happened?
And everyone loves Red Dead Redemption so much, and it's by Rockstar Games. And it's kind of hard to compete with that. So, I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, you're laying it out. Everyone usually knew that Call of Duty was coming every year. But they've been having problems with studios where people start taking over and doing things to try and fix the game who other people are working on it. So, usually it's Activision who comes in and saves the day. So we'll see what they do. I know that they are going back to Modern Warfare and they're redoing a whole new game on Modern Warfare. So it's going to be like the first game. So it's not going to be in line with the other Modern Warfare. It's going to start over, I believe. So you got that and kind of nerdy stuff. And then I love him. Michael Rooker released a thing saying that he played Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. That's the blue dude, right?
Yes. Have him on my little cover right here of my album over here, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 mix. They're going to be doing a Yondu comic strictly about him, so I'm really stoked about that. I'm going to subscribe to it.
Is he going to get his own show?
So the rumor is there's going to be a show called What If on Disney+. I believe what they're going to do is they're going to basically explore alternative realities within the Marvel Universe. And what's been hinted at is that he will come back and reprise the character of Yondu on the What If TV show. So he's basically going to... I think it'll be for a lot of the characters who have gone on in the movies that basically they're going to... Whether they died or they just left the series, I think they're going to explore that. Especially with Sebastian Stan and... what's his name that plays Falcon? Anthony Mackie, I think is his name. They're going to be, I believe, they're going to be playing their same characters on the TV show. So the thing that they haven't established yet is whether or not it's going to be cartoon or real on any of them yet. Like, so they're just saying, hey, here's the screen. The Loki show will be real, and it's going to have Tom Hiddleston in the main role of Loki. So I mean, we'll see what happens. But I was excited at the comic thing. I haven't gotten a good comic in a while. I did the Game of Thrones one that there was the comic telling of it was really cool. A lot more graphic. It was pretty cool. Like just seeing everything go through, and it goes in more details of different things that you don't see in the show. Is it based
on the series or the books?
It's based on the books. So it's kind of cool seeing that. So back in comics, hopefully. Now there's 2 shows that are coming. Well, a show is coming back, and then a movie came out about a show that you probably remember. So Crank Yankers is coming back.
Mm-hmm. I've heard about this.
So how do you think it's going to play out though in today's world?
What do you mean?
I mean, they crank call people.
Right.
I mean, people are really sensitive nowadays, and you know what happens when someone threatens to kill someone on the phone. You know, I mean,
who's going to threaten to kill someone?
You don't know. Someone might threaten to kill a person crank calling them.
Yeah, but that's a meaningless threat.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen people get in trouble for a lot less.
We're saying that they're going to kill someone?
Or less than that. Saying I hate somebody, and they're like,
Ooh.
"Oh, that's hate speech."
Who got in trouble with that?
No, I'm just saying.
They get arrested?
No, but I'm saying like they could get sued.
I mean, you can sue a ham sandwich. You know?
True. So, but I just think the problem with Crank Yankers is it got really old really fast for me watching it. I was like, I don't want to sit here and watch puppets for 30 minutes.
You're not 13.
Yeah, and Comedy Central isn't for 13-year-olds anymore. I mean, I don't even know. Is Tosh.0 still even on? They post stuff on Facebook all the time like it's current, but I don't know.
No idea.
I haven't watched Comedy Central since like Workaholics went off the air.
What was that? 2015? 14?
14, 15, yeah. And Broad City I just watch on Hulu, so I don't have to mess with going on to actual thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't watch Comedy Central.
Broad City is amazing. You'd like it.
Think so?
Both actresses are phenomenal. Great. So that one is coming out. And then I had no idea about this. There's a Rocko's Modern Life movie on Netflix right now. It dropped 2 days ago.
A new one?
Yes.
Because there was an old one, right?
Right. Supposedly, I believe this is a new one. And you want to hear what's even crazier? Trying to put my kid to bed last night, so I'm looking at kid shows on Netflix, and Rocko's Modern Life is on the kids thingy.
You watched it?
No, I was like, this shouldn't be on here.
Why is that?
He worked for a phone sex line.
Rocco did?
Yes.
When?
On the original show.
What?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
I'll show you pictures afterwards. They have pictures that prove it on where like his cubicle at work.
I don't know. That could be photoshopped though.
No, it's provable because he worked at a phone service.
This was a phone sex place?
Yeah.
So he did a voiceover work?
It was basically like, I'll show you the picture. It's hard to explain. It says things on the wall that prove it. So, but I'm excited for it because I liked it. It's like a mild Ren and Stimpy, because Ren and Stimpy oftentimes went kind of overboard.
It did.
And not like bad. Like if you guys love Ren and Stimpy, I'm sorry. I'm not saying it's bad. I was just saying it was more of like when they would do the Happy Joy Joy. I love that, but at a point it went like, even in the cartoon, it made it like, oh man, it's going overboard. So, you know, Rocko's Modern Life was more mellow, like the yelling was a little bit less. Like whenever Ren would get mad at Stimpy, he would just get in his face and scream, and, you know, they would do close-ups on their faces, and they'd have like blisters and ingrown hairs and stuff, and, you know.
You don't like that?
It was funny when I was a kid, same thing as Craig Anchors. It was, you know, I think now it's more nostalgia in a lot of things. Like, did you watch the 90210 reboot?
No.
So, apparently, the first episode, I haven't watched it, so this isn't a spoiler, but everyone's been getting mad because they're like, well, this is just paying lip service to the old fans. I'm like, well, yeah, they have to wrap everything up in the first episode.
That's all Hollywood's been doing, Disney, with all these reboots.
Well, no, but I think it's more of the fact that you can't just go into the show like you've been watching them for the past 15 years. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
You have to basically be like, oh, hey, where's so-and-so? Luke Perry died.
Did he?
Yeah, he's dead in real
drugs?
life. No, he had a heart attack, I think.
From the drugs?
No, I don't think
he was a young guy. What was he, like? He wasn't even 50, was he?
I think he was 50.
Really?
Maybe.
That's a young man.
I know, or maybe he was 40s, but I know that it was something, I think like he'd been sick or something. Something preempted it. Mm-hmm. And the saddest part about him, like, I watched a thing, like, he lived in Louisiana, like he lived in New Orleans, and there's like photos of him all over town when the floods would happen, him walking around in a poncho carrying people groceries and stuff, bringing them food and doing all that kind of stuff. He was a great dude. But they have to.
That's why I had a heart attack. He was just working too much.
He possibly.
Do you think he saved New Orleans? That's why he died. Like it was like all the work from like saving those people.
I think he legitimately was a very caring person, and like everyone says.
Too much love in his heart, it exploded.
Hey.
That's what happened.
Well, they have to explain on the show what happened to him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they can't just start the show and go, "Oh, this character's completely missing. Oh, he's at camp." Or I
feel like with the hologram technology, you got Tupac, Michael Jackson, doing all these hologram shows. Just put a hologram of Blue Perry in there.
Well, people complain because they're like, this is just talking, it's appealing to the old crowd. I go, this is not what they're doing. It'd be different. Like Will and Grace, literally their whole gimmick is let's bash Trump. That's all they do.
I wouldn't know.
So my mom watches it. My mom liked it back in the day. And she's like, it's funny, but she goes, it gets old after a while. You don't want them to keep playing the same joke over and over and over again. And the problem is that's what the old show had some, like it was a running gag of something. Well, the running gag isn't funny anymore. So the thing with 90210, give it a couple episodes, please. Because I think everyone deserves a chance, except for Shannon Doherty. I don't like her. She's always the ruiner of all the shows. But she did have cancer, so I'm happy she's okay. I think she's okay. Who knows? But a lot of people complained about that. So I hope I am going to watch the Rocco's Modern Life movie when I'm in Minnesota, because the hotels we stay at, it is a cool thing. The hotels we stay at have Netflix on the TVs. And when you check out, it automatically logs you out of your thing if you don't log out on your own.
There you go.
That's pretty cool. So I'm going to watch it, but when I get back, I'll let people know how it is. But I hope it isn't that nostalgic thingy where they're just doing the same jokes, same tropes, everything like that. I like shows like, I'm trying to think something that was more modern. Okay, the Roseanne show when it came back, before it got ruined because she went on a racist tirade. They took modern stuff and brought it out. And they made it modern time-like. So it felt like the old show, but it was modern.
Now don't you know they're going back to the 90s?
No. It's modern day, but the problem is they're referring to everything that happened in the 90s because they have to catch people up.
Right.
This is what happened to so-and-so's parents. Because how many of the parents that were on the show might be either not wanting to be on it or maybe they're dead? You know what I mean?
I don't know if I ever watched that on too long. They had parents on there too?
Yeah. Jason Priestley and Shannon Doherty's parents were on there quite frequently, I believe. So they were actually part of the show. I don't know about them. But it's always a possibility. Things happen. You also got to think about what if like Luke Perry wasn't going to be on the show because he was on Riverdale. So he was like, well, hey, I'm so busy doing this, and I think he did plays too. So they're kind of like, I can't be on the show right now. I guess he was going to do like a cameo type of thing. He'd show up every once in a while. So they were going to have to explain him not being there all the time anyway. So best of luck to them. I hope they do great. And Rocco's Modern Life, I'll let you know. Let us know if you've watched it already. YouTube in the comments, Facebook.com/FOMOcast, Twitter FOMO_cast, and FOMO Podcast on Instagram. So, Game of Thrones has now been over for a few months. You still just meh on the ending?
Yeah, I think Andrew made a good point about like Bran becoming the king.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Okay.
I mean, it was like, what? I mean, the show's got to come to an end.
Right.
They wrapped it up. I guess there's a lot of like loose ends technically you could look at.
Right.
But whatever.
So Benioff and Weiss, the ones that did the showrunners.
Yeah.
So they announced they're leaving HBO for Netflix, and it got put out there like, oh. And all I could think of was like HBO's probably like, thank God, because they had a show coming out called The Confederacy. They were working on it. Apparently they used the N-word very freely on this show.
Well, yeah.
But people were like, I get it. They go, The Wire wouldn't be The Wire without using the N-word.
Django
Unchained, things like that. But they're like, apparently people that were in it felt very uncomfortable because it was like overly like, they were using it way too much. You can make it realistic. Let them use it a couple times for that shock value. Don't be making it the common thread.
I have no idea. Did the South use it a lot back then?
I don't know.
I'd imagine they would.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I I haven't looked it up. I mean, it's something you could look at.
No, I'm gonna look
But so they're leaving HBO for Netflix.
For
so
what? Netflix bought them on retainer?
So basically, what they do. So do you know who? What's his name? Can't remember his name. Michael Schur. So he played Mose Schrute on The Office.
Okay.
So he played Mose. You know Mose.
No.
Okay, well, he was a writer on The Office.
Mm-hmm.
He also created Parks and Rec.
Mm-hmm.
He also created Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
He also created The Good Place.
It's a good track record.
All NBC hits.
Yeah.
So basically, they pay him like $1.5 million a year, I think,
Not to work anymore.
as like a retainer.
Right.
So basically, he works on all the shows he can, all the comedy ones. He has like a creative license, whatever. And then he basically, when he has an idea for a show, he takes it to them. They get dibs.
Right.
Well, that's what Netflix has been doing. So like Shonda Rhimes, who did Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, she has the same deal with Netflix. So basically, usually what they do, like Adam Sandler, I think it was a 6-movie deal.
Right.
That's what they usually do. They go, hey, we want this many movies out of you, and it can take however long. Adam Sandler, I think he's been more successful just getting him out there, and I've actually enjoyed a lot of them. People haven't, like the Do Over, I liked a lot. The one, the Western one that he did, it was an Incredible Six, I think, something like that.
And then did he do the one with Father of the Year? He produced that one, right? With is that part of the movies too?
No,
With
Chris Rock,
no,
Father of the Bride.
no, the other guy, the short guy. He's in Tommy Boy.
David Spade.
David Spade.
Well, he was in the Do Over with David Spade.
But he was also in Father of the Year.
Maybe that is one of them. I don't
So
know.
that might be one of them.
Because he did one that
It was produced
with,
by Happy Madison.
Because there was Happy Madison, I think, did the one with him and Chris Rock, where
Yeah.
it was like Father of the Bride
Yeah,
or something like that.
With
Maybe
Adam
it was Father
Sandler.
of the Year. Adam Sandler and Chris Rock.
No, that's something else.
Okay.
I think that was
So
like,
they did that one. That one's on Netflix now
Right,
too,
I
but
saw
that
that.
one's not a part of that movie deal.
Oh really?
No. So, but I think it's kind of crazy because I'm like, they got all this backlash. There's something is in there because a lot of people don't realize. So when you're an actor or whatever, and you see them do this phenomenal movie, do you know how many bad movies they had to do in order to get that great movie made? If it was like their passion project, it's like
Not all of them.
Ryan Reynolds with Deadpool. He literally had to sign on to do some bad movies in order to, like, he has said on record, I can't remember what movie it was, but he goes, I did this movie so that I could keep the idea of Deadpool alive.
How would that work?
So basically, because it was through a certain studio, the studio will be like, hey, I want to do this movie. What can I do to get it done?
Okay.
So it happens a lot more than you would think. So I'm just hopeful that they don't screw up anything and, all of a sudden get added to a different movie or a different TV show and bring that Game of Thrones mentality there, because it doesn't work. You know what I mean? So
We'll see. What are they gonna?
who knows, man? They're literally they're trying to come up with so much stuff on Netflix. It's insane. Netflix is literally just putting stuff out nonstop, and they cancel so many shows. They canceled the OA. They canceled that. A Day at a Time? That got picked up by a different network. But then they also have deals like CW. So a bunch of the shows on CW, they show up on Netflix the week after they go off the air. So what are you watching right now?
What am I watching?
Mm-hmm.
Watching Succession
Mm.
on HBO. Like that show. That's about it.
Season 2 start yet?
Yeah. It
Yeah?
just started.
Okay. I need to get back into it. I really liked it.
I liked it.
It was a good show. I like all the characters in it, even the ones I haven't seen before. Most of them I haven't seen before. And this is Kieran. I think it's Kieran Culkin. Macaulay
Yeah.
Culkin's.
He's solid in it.
He's good. So, speaking of him, did you see Macaulay Culkin's post about Home Alone?
They're doing a reboot or something, or what's going on?
So,
Is he home
Disney
alone?
did a release about how they want to redo a couple of stuff, and one of them was Home Alone.
They already did that. They're gonna do it again.
Well, and then he posted a picture. He goes, "Here's an update on Home Alone," and it's him with a shirt that's like his
Right.
belly sticking out. And he's eating junk food. And he's on a laptop. And he tweeted out a photo, and he goes, "This is the new Home Alone." And so it was kind of funny. And I don't know if he's just doing it as like a "hey, don't do it" kind of thing or what, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
They're also remaking The Great Mouse Detective in live action, they said.
So you're gonna train mice?
Man, I don't even know, man. It's all CGI. I heard from more people they went to go see The Lion King, and it's phenomenal how the CGI is.
I heard it was terrible.
They said that the CGI is phenomenal.
The movie itself is garbage.
Something like that, but the craziest one I've heard is that they have the scene, this doesn't spoil it, I think we talked about it before, where they get in the fight and Mufasa dies, and when it ended and got quiet, there's just little kids everywhere crying because it was so realistic. So I've had people say they loved it too. So I mean, I think it's all.
Did it do well in the box office?
Yeah,
it did.
Killing it. Yeah, I think it's number one. It's the number one ranked animated movie of all time.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
You know what? I think the thing is that when movies used to do good, it was like Marvel type movies and Disney. It was you going to watch it multiple times. Now I think what it is it's more of a we're gonna pre-sell $1 million, you know, and then foreign countries. So people don't know too is I believe China only allows so many foreign films into their country every year. So they usually pick very specific ones, so everyone goes and sees them. So it makes a killing there too. And most places are backed by a Chinese studio in one way or another. So even Disney, I'm sure, has Chinese backers. So we'll see how that goes. And like before we go to the last topic, though, it's a serious topic that I think is kind of funny.
Death.
No, it's not death. Make sure Facebook.com/FOMOcast, Twitter, FOMO_cast, and FOMO Podcast on Instagram. So Walmart has decided to pull violent games from the shelves.
Good for them. That's gonna cure all society's problems. There'll be no more shootings.
Do you
Children will no longer be violent.
Do you remember what happened the last time they did something like this? What they did?
Was it the CDs?
Yep. Guess who doesn't sell CDs really anymore?
Walmart.
Exactly. This is the dumbest idea they've ever had. I don't know who their marketing person is. I don't know.
It's probably like white Christians, right? Like, isn't Walmart like a Christian company?
Supposedly.
I mean, they're always wrapping themselves around the flag and the religion, so I thought they were like a Christian company.
I mean, they're in the Bible Belt, so they're supposed to be, but I mean, you don't know. You don't know who's doing it, because it could be, because that's what you got to remember is, besides Chick-fil-A and Hobby Lobby, there's no places out there that are really, truly 100% based on religion. You know what I mean? Like, Chick-fil-A and Hobby Lobby are closed on Sundays.
Hobby Lobby stole like a bunch of antiques, right? Antiquities?
It was, I think it was like their CEO was hiding them in like a warehouse. They all had to go back. They were all from like the Middle East.
Right.
So, great Christian people, right? But Walmart, I don't know, they jumped the gun on everything. I think they realized they probably don't make that much money on video games anymore. It's probably just a way to get rid of the video games.
Maybe.
Because people don't realize Walmart is the only place that doesn't have a deal on video games when you buy it the day that the game comes out. GameStop, albeit dying, they have exclusives only for GameStop. Amazon has exclusives just for Amazon. So, I mean, what are you going to do? You know, maybe, who knows, maybe they're going to have a deal with, so FedEx is no longer working with Amazon. Amazon cut ties with them.
Amazon's going to do their own, right?
Well, no, it was something about that the FedEx wouldn't adhere to their like new regulations on shipping, like same-day shipping stuff. So, but everyone's like, oh my god, what's FedEx going to do? FedEx sucks. Mind you, if I somehow get to the FedEx guy who's been delivering my packages, I'm going to find you, I'm going to hurt you. He left my packages on my gate. Didn't even come in the yard. And I'm like, dude, someone can just walk by my house and steal it.
UPS nonsense right there.
I don't know,
I expect that from UPS, but not FedEx.
But what I heard from FedEx came out and they said, well, they go, Amazon was only 3% of our business, so we're not going to be hurting.
No, Amazon, I thought they did their own shipping.
So what they do... Or
they did the U.S. mail.
No, so what they do is FedEx ships through normal mail or through, basically I think it's usually UPS. So they do UPS for the most part, but what happens is when they have same day stuff, they have these logistic companies that come out there and grab this stuff and they deliver it. And usually they have a route where the person goes around and follows the route around. Well, what's been happening is they've been offering $10,000 to any employee who starts their own delivery business because they just don't have enough. So what they'll usually do is they'll say, hey, we'll give you a package, you buy this van, and you're set. We'll help you get your business license and all that stuff like that.
There you go.
So basically it keeps the liability out. They're not paying the employee, and they're getting all their packages delivered the same day. And it's fairly easy, especially if you're the main person, you're doing most of the packages, you make it your full-time job, you do it 7 days a week. You get good enough to hire 1 or 2 people, they use their own personal car, you meet up with them somewhere and go, look, I plotted this out, because you give them a little phone thingy to scan it all and take the picture when it's on the porch. You basically go, here, do this, and it plots it out for you on your way home.
This is what's going to happen in the next 10 years. Amazon's going to have these big old blimps, like the good tire blimps, right? They're
Yeah.
going to fly over these residential places. They're going to have drones, go up there, deliver packages down, go up there and charge, move to the next spot, deliver packages, move that, charge, go down.
They're already working on putting delivery places like in the biggest metropolitan areas. They have one in Sacramento that delivers by drone.
That's going to happen. Those people are going to lose all those jobs.
Tracy is getting a second distribution center, I believe. The rumor is they want to close the Patterson one because they
Really?
Yeah, because it wasn't logical. It's not turning out the way they thought it was going to turn.
Why not?
Because they wanted to go for a place that was going to expand and get bigger, and it's not as getting as big
Patterson's
as
got like 3,000 more people in it. What are you talking about?
the 3,000 more people than what? Exactly.
5,000?
So, but what their plan was, so I didn't know this. I think they built it before the drone idea actually came to fruition. And what it was is basically, they have warehouses that take care of small stuff. They have warehouses that take care of big stuff. So they have separate warehouses for different types of things. Because obviously, if you have a bunch of TVs, you want to store all the flat screens in the same location because you're going to store a bunch of flat screens because they all slide in together. So they basically, like, if you look at it, when you order it sometimes, it'll say coming from warehouse A, B, C, D, or E, or F.
Mm-hmm.
So you know it's all the different warehouses. Well, I believe the land came up for sale next to their other place. There's another Amazon building being built, I believe, right now. We're done. So I think they want to build another one because it makes more sense to have everything in one location because of the same day delivery people are doing it like crazy. And why wouldn't you do it? If you don't have Prime, I ordered a phone case. And I'll give you this example. I ordered a phone case. Normal shipping, which would have gotten to me in the 5 to 7 business days, was like $2.99, something like that. Because it was about the phone case. It was under $20. Guess how much it was for same day?
15.
$4.99. Because the item was so close to me. I'm like, I'm gonna try it. It says to me I ordered this at 9 a.m. I ordered the phone case at 9 a.m. It said before 8 p.m. it'll be there. Guess what time I got to my house?
4 p.m.
11 a.m.
Mm.
2 hours it took to pick and fulfill. So that just shows me that they're state of the art. The one in Patterson is good to go. So who knows if they are going to shut it down? I don't know. Actually,
Who told you this?
I've heard from I've looked at because if you have the Robinhood app, because you're an investor in different things, I'm an investor in Amazon through it.
All right.
They have the calls that go out,
Mm-hmm.
and you see reports. Like when I look at business stuff, just the fact that they're looking to consolidate their facilities, and Patterson's one of the ones I would assume will be the
So
number
you're
one.
saying
Plus, a lot of people are
sell your
bailing.
stock in
Oh no, you need to buy Amazon, buy Amazon, yeah. You
Buy
need
right
to
now.
buy- Oh,
What
yeah.
does it sell for? Right
It's like $200 something a share. It's pretty good, yeah.
now?
so-
You guys suck a lot of money.
And
out of it.
so how are you? So have you noticed what Walmart tried to do to combat it? Which I assume when Toys R Us comes back, you're gonna do the same thing. Have you ever looked at the Walmart website? So I was looking at it, and I was looking for ice chest. And I looked at it and go, oh, that's weird. When did Walmart start selling bong cleaners? Like, what do you mean? I go, it says you pour it in your bong water pipe cleaner.
Yeah, it's called a tobacco pipe, Chris. Get it right.
No, it was for weed because it said weed on it. It helps clean weed residue.
That probably was a typo.
It's
Meant
legal in
tobacco.
California.
Tobacco.
It's not sold by Walmart. Walmart allows people to put stuff on their website to sell through them, and it tells you on the bottom, almost like Amazon, delivered by whatever company it's from. So technically, you think you're buying it from the website, but really, you're buying it from this individual person. And I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to increase the people who are like, I need an ice chest, but I want the one that has speakers on it. Well, this one right here is too much. Oh, look at this one on the bottom bar. It says similar searches. You click on it. It doesn't take you to the other website or the Walmart site. Maybe it takes you to a different website. I haven't tried clicking on them yet, but I assume it probably goes to their site. Well, I guarantee if you buy it, Walmart gets kickback because you click through their website. Same way if I were to reach out to Amazon and say, hey, I have a website, I have a podcast, can I get an Amazon link to go to amazon.com/FOMOcast?
Just filled with lies. Just filled with lies.
Everyone wants to be deceitful, man.
That's why I canceled my internet.
No, I think because your internet getting moved out.
That's
that too.
That's true.
That's true too.
That's
okay,
true.
yeah. Hey, I love the sunsets you've been posting on Facebook too, by the way.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Whoa. It's a secret location.
Oh, Titus doesn't want all the women on Instagram to go out there and.
There's no women, dude. I'm still waiting.
Still waiting on that dream girl.
That's right. I've never kissed a girl.
Yeah. Well, and good news is that Titus has decided to stay in the United States. He is not going to be traveling.
I don't think the tens of people that listen to this care.
I think they do. They would miss
Tim,
you.
I know you care.
Tim cares.
That's good enough, babe.
Tim, yeah. Make sure everyone, if you want to have a laugh, search for the Ni Hao video in China. It's a girl on Vine. If I first started watching Vine, she's like riding a bike. She's doing what you want her to do, teaching English in China. And she's like, if you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, baby, say Ni Hao. And this old man goes, Ni Hao, when she goes by. It's really funny.
It's a funny video.
It's a funny video. I love it. Go search it. Or search any of the Vine kind
Just
of
watch
compilation
funny
ones.
videos on the internet, but don't shop on there. Don't chat with people. Don't do online dating. It's all lies and deception.
It's all lies and deception.
Get off the internet, 2020.
That's what. No, stay on the internet. We're on the internet.
Get off the internet.
No,
Oh, stay on it?
stay on the internet. 2020.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright.
I did see a funny story before we leave. A funny story about a guy. His dad bought Amazon Alexa, and every morning when he gets up, he tells Alexa good morning, and says, "I hope you have a good day." That way, if there's a uprising of electronics, that Alexa would spare him because that Alexa knows how nice he's been to the Alexa.
Machines don't care about that, man.
I don't know. Haven't you seen the Orville?
I think I saw a few episodes of the first season.
Yeah, it's very good. I like it a lot. I don't know how it's going to happen because two of the characters that were married on the show
Died.
or married in real life, they're on the show together. They got divorced, so it's going to be awkward.
Why did it fall apart? How can they be in love one moment
It's his fourth
and
marriage.
divorced? Who is this?
The redheaded guy, he was on ER, and now he's on
4 times?
I think it was his fourth marriage.
I think when your fourth marriage fails, you gotta be like, I don't know if I should get married anymore.
I don't know. Let us know. Should Titus get married? We should have an arranged marriage for him. That'd be kind of awesome.
They gotta be wealthy.
Okay, wealthy single ladies who are watching our podcast on YouTube or listening to
making
on.
$3 million a year.
Okay, he wants a sugar mama. That's what he wants.
No, I don't want a sugar mama.
No.
I just don't want him to give me money for nothing.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, you
And
heard that
expect
here
nothing
first.
in return.
Go. So tell
Nothing.
us everything. Comments on YouTube. Go to Facebook.com/FOMOcast. Go to Twitter FOMO_cast. YouTube FOMO podcast. Go to Patreon.com/FOMOcast, and make sure you go to the Pod Bros Network, podbros.com. Check out all the cool podcasts they have on there. That's Delightful just dropped another one, and they are a very political show, but they make it lots and lots and lots of fun. So make sure you go there and then listen for me possibly next week if I do a phone interview with Radio Unland again next week. Who knows? It's always up in the air. But for
Exciting.
the FOMOcast, I'm Chris,
I'm over here.
and we will see you next time. Bye, YouTube.